Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning, the way is bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, who are you? It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the YSL case. And I wanted to talk about it. I know yesterday I did not come on, and I'm sorry for that, you guys. Yeah, I had to get me some sleep. Thank you guys for showing on up. I know it's Saturday, but we're going to get into a little bit. We are way, way, way far behind. But this YSL case is it's crazy. But I'm going to share with you guys the cliff notes of what all been taken in. There's two cases going on. One, and I told you guys this was going to happen. Tounk went to jail the other day. And not only that, it was almost a mistrial in the YSL case. And so we're going to get into a little bit of that. I'm going to share with you guys. You ain't got to go watch 9 hours to figure out what's going on. Because, you know, hey, I done watched it all. And I do believe that it is coming to an end because they're just rapidly calling in the witnesses. It's not taking 4 or 5 days. It's taking like 20 minutes to an hour. Boom, you're done. 20 minutes to an hour. And like I said, if they've got 100 witnesses left, maybe about 70, they actually, if they're doing 5 to 10 witnesses a day, they can actually be done in about give or take. Some of them's gonna be longer than an hour. They're doing like 8 to 9 hour day court. They can be done in the next week or two. How you doing, Sandra Watts, Nancy LaRose? Let me see who else is in here. Ken Shea is in the building. How you guys doing? Talk to me. Because, I come on here. I didn't come yesterday. And everybody's like, But you know what? Y'all don't show up half the time. And I'll be here. But, like I said, only the strong will survive. Only the strong will survive. If you like good content, if you like the truth, you're in the right place. If you all are in that craziness, you're not in the right place. If I'm gonna share something with you guys. I seen it for myself. Like, you could say one word to a person and tick them completely off. I'm done. I don't like you. Or you're doing. Actually, what it shows is the disrespect. They really did not have respect for you. Okay? Because when you are a friend or a family member, we chooses our words a little bit better. We care about the person's feelings. If we call or we don't call, or we don't have time for them when they call, we call back, or we say something. We just don't let it go and then come back later going, hey, how you doing? No, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a distraction. You're a big distraction. Yeah, it was all fun. It was all good. But in all reality, I'm going to share with you something you know, but you don't know. You may not like it. I don't like it, but it's true. And that is, when you're family or when you're friends and you're really, really there, it shows. It's like my children. I get mad at my children, but I still got to talk to them. I get mad at my children for whatever they say, or whatever they're doing or something, and I say, hey, that's not right, or whatever. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna get mad. I got my opinion. They want the truth, right? That's what I feel about it. You can't change what somebody feel about something. Or it's my truth. Okay? So I'm saying that because I was at work. A situation happened, and me being the charge nurse, I have to go to everybody and say, write a statement, write a statement, write a statement. Well, there's one particular girl, everybody was like, she was there. So I go to her and say, write a statement. She's like, I wasn't there. I don't know what was going on. Da 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 da. And I was like, well, here, you still got to write a statement. She's sitting there looking like, I'm not writing a statement. Why I got to write a statement? What are you talking about? It's no big deal. If you wasn't there, then don't tell me. Put it on paper. She's looking at me like, who said this? I handed her paper. She was like, well, who's y'all? Who said I was there or I knew something or whatever? I said, well, the girls, if they write on the paper that you seen this or you seen that and you ain't got a statement, they're going to ask me why I didn't get you to write a statement. See, and we can't do that just because you want to tell me this. Okay? So she walks down there and she flapping and everything. And I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this child? Okay? No respect. That's what it says. It says, you as a nurse, I got no respect for you. I can do what I want to do. Now, take it, I did not know who she was. Which I really don't care. I still need you to write a statement. You feel me? Because that's my job. And you know what's so funny? It wasn't even my hall. I actually worked 3 halls last night, which is crazy. I don't think no other nurse would do that. I wasn't trying to do that. They threw me in there and was like, they just doing what they're doing. But you know what? It is what it is. We got done and everything went well. But the incident did not even happen on my hall. It happened on the other nurse hall, which only had 1 hall. I had 3, he had 1. But I was helping him because, like I said, he was sending someone to the hospital. Then there's a fall. So I was like, what can I do to help you? Because I am a team member, I'm a team player, and that's what we're supposed to do. So, yeah. And Sanja Watts, make sure, and this is a good reason why I came on too, that our Cash App now is $, $SP News Nuggets, and Dingo is gonna be still affiliated, not with this, and we don't want to get that mixed up anymore. So make sure you go in there and change that. So, anywho's, I want to share this, whether it's just me and you, because remember I told you, I said it might just be me and you in the chat here and there, because that's just the way life goes. It really do. It just do. So, so hold on. So, I don't worry about stuff like that. Let's see. Let's see if you got it. I don't know if that's it, but it looks good. It looks right. It looks right. I think you got it. So anyway, you guys, let's get into it. Like I said, normally when something like that happens, you look at, don't just get mad and be like, well, you need to do this, like I tried to tell her, do this, do this. She's sitting there. The girl was the daughter of somebody that, one of the RNs. Matter of fact, when the RN came in, she said, hey, have you met my daughter? She all proud and everything. I'm looking at her like this heifer just tried me. She really did. But, and I said, you know what? I said, I did meet your daughter. Had no respect, because actually her problem was, I'm the daughter of somebody and I'm going to cause a problem because I don't want this, or don't talk to me this way, or this is who I am and you're nothing to me and I can do what I want to do, or I'm doing me or whatever. And it's a spirit that's in people that says, like, demon activate. No reason whatsoever. If you can tell me you didn't see nothing, just put on the paper, I was working that night, I didn't see anything. I just seen one of the staff members tell the nurse that somebody fell. But this young lady is sitting there huffing and puffing, getting in people's face, and I don't want to do this, and she's a big girl, and she white. And I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out all the descriptives so that you guys know where I'm coming from. So anyway, it's called no respect. They had no respect for you, and they feel, or maybe their spirit feels a weakness in you because you may be quiet. You don't like the drama. Like I said, I was out of my comfort zone. I've never did 3 halls all together and everybody else just looked. I was on hall 4, did all of that, and 5. Didn't know I was supposed to be the nurse on 5. Didn't get report. Then turn around at 10 o'clock, be the nurse on 2, which had all the treatments to be done. And I had to pull a young lady that, yes, I had issues with before. She caused me a lot of problems. That's probably why I'm leaving now, because, it's just, once you hit that disrespect and you just don't even want to deal with it, I said to myself, looky here. I travel 45 minutes away to come to work, to pay a $40 fee on the highway, to be disrespected and treated like crap. when I could just go 10 minutes from my house, and in that way I can make it home quicker. That whole 45 minutes sitting there thinking about what you just went through the night, you know, that could be time I could be still clocked in. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And then still make it home at the same time. So anyway, you guys, I told you guys on the YSL case, I said, and you guys know I said it. I hate to say, I told you so. I hate to say, I tried to tell y'all, Mook Took going to jail. Well, you know what happened? They had court. It was around about, I think it was like September the 20, I don't know what date it was. I think it was like September something, the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, or whatever. Anywho's, no, it could have been like October the 10th or something. Anyway, it had got really hectic. They were calling Mook Took to court. Mook Took is one of the YSL gang members. He was the one that was, he was like, he's supposed to be the head of security, and went down there to Miami with Jeffrey Williams, which is Young Thug. And then what happened was he had signed an agreement that's saying, number one, I was, Jeffrey is the, I don't know what I know it was like maybe about 20 things he had to initial and sign that he understood it. And so when he went to court, he was like, oh no, you guys told me that I could come in and tell my truth and tell my story. And Miss Love was not having that. Miss Love was like, oh yeah, you wasn't talking like that on October the 22nd of 2022. And then he got into it and was like, you're not gonna talk to me like I'm a kid. I'm not your kid. And she mumbled under her breath. She was kind of like, okay. She just like, oh, okay. Like, how kids are, right? You tell your kids something, or you show your kids something, your kid do something, and then you get in front of company or family members and you say, little Bobby, do that dance, or little Bobby, tell them this. Then the kid act like he don't know what you're talking about. And he talking back to you and smacking back. That's what happened in court about a month ago. So Mook Took got in court and showed his tail. Okay? It was funny when it happened, but I said he's laughing now and he'll be crying later. He will be crying later. So they got in court. Mook Took showed his tail. Hey, Nakila, Miss Nelson, what's going on? And Mook Took showed his tail, and he got off the stage. He recanted pretty much everything he had initial signed his name to, said, yeah, they do this to further the racketeering of this gang, and we do criminal stuff. And he signed this thing. So I guess he had got caught with a gun. I guess he shot up somebody's house or something. And so he was looking at, he could have went to court and probably did a year or two. You know what I'm saying? And been done with it. But no, his mother was dying. He wanted to get out of jail. So Miss Love reached out and said, hey, if in this preliminary, if you come to court and say, yeah, it's a gang, it's not just a record label. Yeah, there's a leader. Yeah, we sell music and we sell T-shirts and stuff to further the gang, all this stuff, and I'll just let you go on a probation thing. And so he was like, yeah, let me sign it. Matter of fact, Miss Love even said, how's your mother doing? And he said, my mother deceased. So his mother actually died after she was so sick. She probably got sick because her child was going the wrong direction and he was in jail. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you people always say, yeah, my loved ones died. I was in jail and they were dying, they were sick. I gotta get out. Ain't no need to rushing out. You rushed into the situation. Now it's time to sit down. It's just time to sit down. But you guys, I'm gonna share some of this with you about what happened in court. Now you know Judge Paige Whitaker was there. She's seen it all happen. But when they presented to her like as she was not there. She's the third person talking about the situation. But I wanted to show you guys how Miss Love, she did not want to come into court presenting it. The reason behind that is everybody already don't care for Miss Love. You know? She got a nice bad body on her to be whatever age she is, and I don't know what age she is. And she wears it well. Don't get me wrong. You know, she's a hothead, okay? She's a hothead. You can't tell her nothing. She has that, anger in her. You can tell that she has that, I'm going to get you back. That's what type of person she is. I'm going to show you something. So anyway, I want you guys to see the beginning. And it's small clips, you guys. Don't worry. It's a small clip. I cut it down to like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I think the longest one is like 4 minutes. Then there's one that's 3 minutes. Then there's one that's a minute and a half. So altogether, you're only going to get maybe no more than 8 minutes of video, but it's boom, boom, boom. Because you don't need to see them talk about stuff. I could have just let it play, record it, and say, y'all, come on, let's just watch a video. That's just not me. So let's look at it.
Judicial system and the seriousness with which an oath in court needs to be taken.
Hold on. We don't want to see that one first. Hold on. Let's see this one. Sorry.
During the plea that he had reviewed, then initialed each one of the factual acknowledgments, and then signed that he, again, understood and had reviewed each one of the acknowledgments that he initialed as part of the special conditions of his plea, that when called to testify, if called to testify, that the specific factual acknowledgments within the plea agreement were true and accurate statements, and that would be the testimony that he would provide as it relates to his witness testimony during the trial of this case. A part of the plea agreement in which he entered into on December 8th of 2023. I have a certified copy of the conviction, for your honor, with a certified copy of the indictment, as well as a copy of the transcript of the plea that was taken on December 8th of 2023. An exhibit within that plea transcript is the plea agreement, which includes the sections, I believe it's sections 4 and sections 5 of the plea agreement as it relates to the factual acknowledgments that the defendant swore under oath during the plea that he had reviewed, that he initialed as part of the special conditions of his plea, that when called to testify, if called to testify,
Check this dude out. He is steady saying the same thing over and over and over. He's sitting there knowing that the judge was there. She was the judge when it happened. So he's kept talking about, the plea and the statements and the plea and the agreement and the plea and the statements. And I'm sitting there going, okay, he's just wasting time. I guess you got to say it so many times so the judge will feel compelled to, do something. Because you was there. You seen it, judge. And if you don't do something, they can go to her boss and be like, she just letting, we're locking people up, and we're just letting them go. Hey, we are Cody Voice. How are you?
The specific factual acknowledgments within the plea agreement were true and accurate statements, and that would be the testimony that he would provide as it relates to his witness testimony. A USB drive of the defendant's testimony on day 124, 125, 126, and I think 127, Your Honor, but all of the defendant's testimony can be found on State Exhibit 3. As everyone is aware, Your Honor witnessed it and can take judicial notice of everything that occurred during the testimony in which Mr. Sledge did testify. And I believe the court during, I think it was day 125, helped direct the defendant to sections 4 and 5 of the plea agreement during the testimony for him to focus on and read, and to go one by one and acknowledge or disavow is the only word I could really think as to being no longer true, and testifying under oath that he was violating the special conditions of his probation, Your Honor. It's the YouTube link, the live stream of all of the...
Okay, I'll just take judicial notice of it. I mean, if you want to make an exhibit, that's fine, but I'm not going to be relying on that.
So,
Since, as you know, it's only the official transcript that is the official transcript anyway, but I was here and witnessed it, so I will take judicial notice of it.
yes, I'm very much aware of that. The transcript obviously is not ready.
Yeah. Okay. So the transcript is not even ready yet. And that tells you okay, I don't know if you guys know, but Mounk he's got a clothing line with this shirt with this young kid on it. I guess that was him back in the day or something, in a cartoon, animated, or what you would say, animated type of cartoon person, a little black boy with these little lock dreads, about 2 inches, shirt. I don't know if it looked like him when he was a kid or whatever, but he has it up for sale. You guys can buy it if you're down with Mounk or whatever. And so he's trying to make a little money off of this situation. And hey, you guys know there's a lot of people done died in the last, if you're looking at it, you're looking at 10 years ago. 10 years ago. But the only thing that this attorney came in there, the prosecutors came in there and said, he admitted, he lied. Well, they didn't say lied. They said he admitted, and then he was supposed to say this, he was supposed to say that, but he went in and he signed this and he signed that, and it was an agreement and it was a plea, and they had added like 5 years to it. So he was looking at doing 30 years. 30 years. And he agreed to that. And they was like, it was only but a 25-year sentence. Why did you agree to 30? They said that in court. And even Miss Love say, your mama was sick. You wasn't talking like this when your mama was sick. On October 22nd, you wanted to go get out of jail. And you agreed on all of that. But, okay, so now his attorney was there with him when all of this went down. And remember, his attorney, Mounk's attorney, got on the stand, tried to help understand what happened. Mounk knew this attorney. He's been dealing with Mounk. He said for 15 years. He know the family. He came in. He was like, first of all, Your Honor, I want to tell you, he's got a grandbaby on the way. He just had a grandbaby. He's now got a job, being 43. He's now got a job. He's not being disruptive. He's working. He's taking care of his family. At 43, he ain't running the street. Now, I'm going to tell you, they did talk about this young man's history. And I was surprised he really did not have a history until about 2018. The other stuff was little stuff like, I think it was like he had, you see, you're supposed to only get one chance for, like first appearance or something. You get a, a slap on the wrist. He had three of them. He had three slaps on the wrist. Like, don't do that. Don't do, because there was little stuff. There was little stuff. And then when he got off into like, and you got to remember in 2018, you seen him on YouTube talking about Shell Kell, you looking for me, anybody that ain't my friend looking for me. With all these young cats, I don't know, I guess living his new life, that he's some gangster or whatever, and got himself in some trouble. Met up, he been knowing Jeffrey Williams for a while. And Jeffrey, I believe, without a doubt, you guys, Jeffrey was trying to help all these young cats. Jeffrey got so much money. He was giving them money. He would go rent them cars. He actually paid this one young cat to stay out the streets and just work on his music. He gave him $10,000 a week. A week? $10,000 a week. You want me to stay at home and just work on music? I'm working on music. Forget the streets. Just see, and the cat did that. The young cat that he did, I think his name is Baby something. I can't remember what his name is. But we talked about it before. $10,000 a week. He gave this young cat to work on his music, stay out the street, and the young cat did it. I hope that they call this young man into court to show that that's what he did. He didn't tell the young cat, here's a gun, go rob this person, or go take out that person, and they're the ops and all this other stuff. Yeah, when they were kids, that stuff probably did happen when they were children, when they were kids. I believe when, and see, you're already still connected to these people. Okay? It's hard to get unconnected when you want to give back to the community. He may not know how to give back to the community. You guys see what happened to Rich Homie Quan. He kept his family around him, kept his old girlfriend around him. They had all the kids. And now they looking for, they were talking about, oh, it was an overdose. Now they're sitting back talking about, it's a homicide. Because somebody around him wanted that money. See, let me tell you, if you're giving them kibbles and bits, they'll take it for a minute. Oh, you got millions. So you only want to give me $100. Or you want to just get my nails done. But, I got your babies. Or, I'm your brother. Or I'm your girlfriend on the side. So why you don't just set me up at a house and pay my bills and let me just have fun and that's what I want. And I know you, but I know some of the things that you don't want nobody else to know. And so you tripping. Yes, Young Thug is in jail. He's been in jail for 2 years waiting for this trial, and he's in trial now. But they didn't give him a bond. He has no bond. So he's been in jail for 2 years. Now we're going to go with his attorney trying to explain to the judge that this is not a crime against anybody. It's actually something like like what they call like it's like almost like a misdemeanor. But the judge gonna say, hold on. But I'm gonna share, I wanted to share this small clip with you guys to let you guys know that Miss Love did some shysty stuff in court. Because while they were still making negotiations, they were in court. So she switched the agreement with they hadn't came and completed it yet. and they were asking for changes, and that was true. And when they asked for the last change, they were in court at that time. And so, you guys, let's hear.
7 p.m. is when the email first comes in from Ms. Love. You see that the second one, defendants 2, comes in at 5:06 p.m. And at some point I respond. Those are the only 2 exhibits or the 2 drafts which occur on the 27th. However, it's important to note that when you see the response that I send to the email at 5:06, I send that response at 8:42. And I point out specific issues with the draft that need to be revised.
Right.
Now,
Yeah, and I recall we discussed this during the trial of this, the ongoing trial as well.
yes, Your Honor. And the point I won't belabor it is these revisions you actually see being put into the drafts. So by the time you see defendants 3 and defendants 4, they note that there's attachments updated to. You see that those very revisions that we requested are being put into the actual drafts. And ultimately, it was Defendant's Exhibit 4 that if you look on Defendant 6, when the email comes in, it says, use this one. That is the agreement that we thought we were executing on the 28th. And remind you, on the 28th, we're in court. This isn't where I'm at my office. I can print it out, look at it, take it to the client like we did on the 27th. On the 28th...
On the 28th, both you and Mr. Sledge are in person in this courthouse,
correct.
right?
So the emails, if you notice, I never respond because I'm here. I'm in person.
Right.
So
Okay. Okay, so yes. Girl, if you binge watch this, you're going to be out of commission for at least 2 months. Even if you binge, they're like 9-hour court days. That's why we're so behind. And we're not really behind. I just keep everybody in the loop of what's going on. But every day is like 9 hours, 9 hours, 9 hours. It's like some of it's tedious. So, and some of it, they go on break. These jurors are just going to be so confused. It's going to be impossible. To be honest with you, it's going to be impossible for them to convict these boys. But let me share with you the end results, because I know everybody wants to know how this played out. Let's go.
We view this much more akin to perjury, frankly, than a technical violation. And the sentence for perjury is up to 10 years. I am going to revoke 5 years of Mr. Sledge's probation. And Mr. Sledge, I am sympathetic to the fact that you have generally stayed out of trouble, and I want to commend you for that. And I really hope that this revocation doesn't set you back. But we've got to take seriously the court system. So that's the sentence of the court. I find there to have been that violation. I'm revoking 5 years.
And reinstating the balance.
on probation, Your Honor?
And reinstate the balance.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
might I ask, is it possible for my client to turn himself in to make arrangements?
I think y'all knew when you came in here that this was a strong possibility. So, no, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Court is adjourned.
Wow. You guys see how that went? She said this is not no technical situation. This is it actually it would be like you purge yourself. This is perjury. You got on the stand and said something totally opposite. And she was like, you don't even have to explain it to me. I was there. I seen it for myself. I mean, she had to do something. The judge had to do something. But you see how words can hurt a person? Words that you say or words that you don't say. People add one word, change the whole sentence, change the whole paragraph. It changed the atmosphere. And it changed his destiny. Now, the good thing about the whole situation, she didn't give him the 30 years. She said 5 years, already take off the 2. So literally, he's got to do 3 years. That's good. That's good. People be like, 1 year in jail is not good. This man was looking at doing 30 years. So him doing 3 years is not bad. But, because you got to think, he did some other crime that he got out of all of that crime. They dropped the crime. They said, if we drop that crime, you got to go into court and testify. And he was like, yeah, I'll sign this, I'll sign that, I put my initial. You guys, some people, they put you in a trick bag. They don't let up. They put their knee on your neck. And you either and you know what this attorney said? He said that Miss Love knew that this young man didn't know all the equation. He didn't know all what went on. And he said it was not true. He said what they're trying to say was just not true. And the sad thing about the whole situation, you'll say anything to get out of jail. You would. People say, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'll just tell the truth. And nobody else is telling the truth. You know that. Nobody else is telling the truth. People getting out of jail, they sitting there telling on their mama, telling on their cousin. Then when they got to face them in court, they sit there. And you know what? I couldn't wait for when he got on the stand. I was like, this is one of his boys. Just like Woody. Let me tell you about Wody. Wody is now fighting for his life, you guys. I'm telling you, yeah, he might be on YouTube doing all these 20 versus 1s and everything, making money. I mean, and you be like, dang, how is he making all this money? He done came YouTube famous and everything, TikTok famous, Instagram famous and everything. But in all reality, Woody told them that, yeah, Young Thug did all of this. Young Thug, and if I can get out of jail, he said, I told them because the police told me. This his word, quote for quote. I seen it yesterday, and I mean, it kind of made me laugh because he said the police said they want a big fish and I'm a little fish. So yeah. Young Thug did this. Yeah. Young Thug did that. And a lot of that was a lie. And he didn't think nothing was going to come out of it because that was 2015. We are now in 2024. I can't recall when they approached him and asked him these things, but he was in some trouble and he called them. Yeah, I can give y'all some information. Ain't that how this works? Y'all never helped me before. They saying, hey, we're helping you now. Tell us what Young Thug did. Oh, well, they all met up at the McDonald's, and then we all went over to Young Thug's house, and then Young Thug, he paid for all of us to go to Miami. Well, the funny thing about it was, Woody's phone that he turned in didn't show no evidence of him being there at the crime of Donovan. Donovan Tom Peanut. That's his name. His name is Peanut. But the funny thing about this is this trial is not about the death of Peanut. This trial is supposed to be about criminal, organized crime against the community. That's organized. That's illustrated. That there is one particular person that is the mastermind behind all the crime that's going on. And I have not seen one crime that connects Jeffrey Williams to this. I have not seen not a one. You know, just because somebody call you don't mean nothing. Do you got them saying, hey, I'm going to give you some money to do this? Or once you do that, you're in the gang, you're part of it, I'm going to pay you some money, I'm going to take care of you? No. They see a young man, and I'm just being honest with you guys. You can get mad, but the truth is the truth. If you understand what I'm saying, please put a 1 in the chat. I mean, just put a 1 in the chat. We are Cody Voices in the building, and she is talking to me. I'm seeing everything she's saying. I watch the chat. I watch the channel as it goes. She's saying, holy crap. Oh, yes. Very good. Most definitely. Thank you for responding. Thank you. We are Cody Voice. Most definitely. It goes back that far. 2015. Good Lord. Yes. It goes back to 2015. That's where this all started. 2015. And that's what they're saying. And here's something else. And if you know like I know, we may not know law. We're lay people. Thank you, Crystal Powers. We're lay people in the community, so we don't know law like people that went to school. And that's why, you know, there were some people that was in the chat that they would come and they would give us kibbles and bits of their opinion of what's going on. But they went to school or they know somewhat of it. They may be paralegals, they may be attorneys, they may be who knows, runners, whatever they call those people or whatever. But they know some law. They see it happening all the time. So I listen to them, what they say. I may not agree with everything. And then I'd be like, well, dang, I didn't agree because I'm a lay person. But if I knew the information that you knew, maybe I would think like you. But I don't think like you. But then I wait to see what happens. Sometimes they get mad because, you know, you have a disagreement. It's all called conversation. It's all up for debate. Let's talk about it. Let's get an understanding why these people are going to jail, why they're doing what they're doing, what can, as we as people, humans, family, we're all connected. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what state you live in. I don't care how you was raised. All your history is history. It made you who you are. If you a person that love people, you want to be a better person. You want to know, even if, just like my kids are grown, you know, now take it that I've got one that's 30, one that's 32. Okay? So they beat the odds. They're not dead. They're not in jail. And I love that. I appreciate that. My heart is okay. But some people, they got kids that didn't make it. They in the system. They 6 feet under. They out there in the streets. They're on drugs, really bad. You know, they're still making bad decisions. They in a bad relationship. So our channel embraces that we can talk and be like, okay, I know what I went through, but you don't know everything everybody has went through for them to be in this situation. So first thing, you got to have understanding. Then you got to have a plan. And then you have to execute the plan. And then you're going to get results. Okay? That's how that works. Whether it's your kids, your grandkids, your family member, if you're going through something or whatever, like I said, first you got to have an understanding. What's the problem here? Because one thing that we seen that is what they call a mirror of everybody that is in that Atlanta area. They all was dropped from school. They all dropped school or got kicked out of school, or they were in the system where, you know. So like everybody got on the stand was like, how much was your highest education? 7th grade, 9th grade. And we're sitting there going, nobody finished school. Nobody went to see, because I tell people this all the time. Well, If you get a high school diploma, it tells people something. And people be like, oh, the GED is it's the same. It's not the same. GED says you took the quick way out because you could not follow the rules of society. I'm telling you what it means, what it says, and what it tells people. You know, I see it all the time. They're not going to tell you that because that would be like discriminating against you. And it's not a discriminating act that people can look at your education and say, I'm not going to hire you because you only got a 6th grade education. They're just not going to hire you. They don't have to give you that reason. They could say, oh, we just picked somebody else that's more qualified. But they didn't pick you because you turned around and put on your application, you got a GED. And so one thing my mother said, because my mother, she had an 8th grade education. And she had all these kids. I told you guys, my mother wasn't smart. I got a gnat in this house, and it's just bothering me. So that's why y'all keep hearing all this clapping, because this thing will not let me go. It's like, we're going to be a part of this. Hey, come on now. What's going on? I miss you too. So we're looking at education, and we're looking at our kids, and we're wanting them to do better whether your kids finish school or not. Hey, if they didn't finish school, at least get them the GED. Because if they don't get the GED, they're not going to have a chance. They're always going to have to take this mediocre job and then and not be happy. They're going to see their friends. Their friends are, on TV. Their friends are making 6 figures. Their friends is going on vacation. They're the janitor. They're picking up the trash. They're doing DoorDash at the age of such and such. Ain't nothing wrong with DoorDash now. DoorDash will, shoot, I tried to do DoorDash, but, I just didn't have the right vehicle. Now, you got to have a nice looking vehicle to do DoorDash, and then I was going to do the share ride thing. I can't remember what it's called, but I was going to do that. Well, I guess DoorDash, you just got to have a vehicle that runs really well. But the share ride, you got to have a nice vehicle. So people don't want to be in no stinky vehicle. You got trash everywhere. The seats is all, damaged and everything. So I didn't have a vehicle like that. I was going to do it. Well, I do got a vehicle. But I was going to do it. And then I was going to do the paperwork. But we're all in this Uber. Exactly. We're all doing this technology thing. And I just, it was just too tedious for me. I was like, okay, I signed all the paperwork, got it all ready. I was supposed to, I was on board and everything. She said, I did do Uber and mad good and mad good morning. Oh, did you make good money? Did you make good money? You know what? I wanted to do Uber. Just something on the side, like, when I got time, I go pick somebody up, go take them here, take them there. But I got kind of scared because I started seeing people getting in these Uber vehicles and going off on the Uber driver. Oh, you gonna take me here, peeing in the car, eating in the car, talking smack. But they already paid. But you know how hard it is to get somebody out your car just because you give them a ride? Here's the funny thing. And you have to understand this. I know you could tell us stories about it, but I know that there probably was more than 1 or 2 times somebody got in your car and you was worried about, how am I going to get this sucker out of my vehicle? I don't want to be too close to people. First of all, I say this to people all the time. There's a reason why they're needing a ride. Yes, I understand they don't have a vehicle or whatever. But you should have family or friends that will come and pick you up or drop you off. Or we do have community transportation, like, city transportation, like buses, taxis. You got taxis and stuff, Yes, they will get sick in your car. I have that happen to me 3 times. and vomit all in your car and stuff, pee in your car. You be like, that smell don't go nowhere, so yeah. I didn't want to do it. I mean, I did want to do it, but I was only going to do it like here and there. But it never did happen. I never picked up not one person. Like I said, I wanted to. I'm not going to lie. There's not a little job in my mind. I wanted to do DoorDash. My daughter did DoorDash. Some days she made good money, some days she didn't. I think the best job I've had that I made good money, that you see, I like to see that return really quick, was when I was a waitress. I worked at Denny's as a waitress. Boy, that was some good money. She said, I stopped because I couldn't deal with drunk people. Yeah, you get there, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know who's getting in your car, and then you got to get out, help them out. You don't know they're going to fight or whatever. Crap like that. So anyway, you guys, getting back on the YSL, that was one thing that all of these boys that's in the courtroom right now are lacking. They are lacking education. So they don't have anything else to put them in a good job. They just don't. I know that you could make a way if your family supported you, but they're not around supportive people. You guys get what I'm saying? They're around people, and this is what I told my mother. That's why I moved where I moved. So in my town, you have a north side and you got a south side. If you live on the north side, you got more crime, more drugs, and low income people. If you live on the south side, the more south you live, the better you're going to be. Why is that? It's because the better schools, better support. Even if you got to get support from other people you don't know. So I told my mother said, don't go moving way out there. Why are you going to build a house way out there? Their house is right over here. You can stay in. And I said, Mama, I can't stay over here. And I knew that I would get addicted to some drug, because whenever you down, you want to go over to your girlfriend's house, and she'd be like, girl, come on, let's go drinking, or let's go smoke a little something, or whatever. I did not want to be, close to that, so that people can just come across the street, come next door. Girl, I heard your man just left you. Let's just go out and have a good time, Or I'm at work and they sleeping with my man. Or I'm at work and then they break into, and get the little TV I got. So I told my mom, I said, no, Mom, I can't do that. She said, why are you going way over there? You don't want to be around your people? And I said, no, Mom, it's not that. No, it's not that. I want to be where I can get a lot of the support. You say you had to move away from where I grew up. Yeah, I wanted to get support. I knew that I could not get support where I was at, because everybody gonna remember me as the little such and such daughter, or the baby girl, or my family is very well known. So like I said, it's not known for good things. It's not known for doctors and lawyers and Indian chiefs. It's known for everything other than that. You guys get it. You understand. I don't have to put a title on it. You already know. So no, I have to move away from where I grew up. People see me now. I went to my cousin's funeral. She died, natural causes, but thank God for that. And people were like, are you still in town? Or are you visiting? I'm like, I've never moved. I'm right here in town. You don't see me because I'm as far south as you can go in the town. That means you're going to have some gas money to come visit me. You can't come right next door and screw my husband, because that's what people do. They see what you have and they want what you have. We're talking about the YSL. Regardless if Young Thug, he moved around, but he kept his friends around that he grew up with, that he knew, that he felt safe with, that would protect him, that would, help him further his assignment as being a rapper, a young artist. Now, he wants to be a fashion person. He got fashion. It's not the fashion I would wear. It's not even the fashion my kids would wear. And I don't know even about the new generation. He's on some. But I'm going to tell you guys this. Okay? And I want you guys to know this. This is funny because I am fin to give you. Hey, Tina, how you guys doing? I'm fin to give you guys a little bit of. Once I say it, you guys are going to say, yeah. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to happen. I don't believe that Jeffrey Williams is going to be found guilty. Okay? I just don't believe that. Now, anything is possible. That's just my opinion. I don't believe he's going to be found guilty. But I'm going to tell you, if he's not found guilty, in a matter of years, because they're going to wait, and everybody, don't do it, don't lock him up. He's not did nothing, because I don't really believe he's done anything but just try to help his friends. Be a friend. Keep him out the street. Give him a job that's going to pay him some money and all that sort of stuff. She's trying to help him, But, and if you've ever been a boss or a leader or a manager or something, everybody's pulling at you at the same time. It's not like you're God, but you feel the pressure like, golly, I don't know how the Lord can help all these people that praying to him. Lord, help me, my daughter's in trouble. Lord, help me. I'm in trouble. I made the wrong decision. I'm in a bad relationship. Lord, help me. I just need some money so I can pay my bills. My lights getting cut off. Lord, help me. I need a car. Could you bless me some kind of way? Send somebody my way to give me a car, give me some gas money, or take me to the store. I'm trying to get to the doctor's office. They won't give me my medication. It costs too much. Now they got the wrong medication. My blood pressure high. I mean, that's just one person's prayers. Just imagine millions and billions of people praying to the Lord. I need this. I need that. Could you see me through this? See me through that. That's why he's the ultimate God. But anyway, nevertheless, what I'm saying is, you can't help everybody. You're not God. You can't help everybody. So I'm giving you guys this information, and then I'm gonna come back later on and say, you guys remember when I told you this? So I don't see them finding Jeffrey Williams guilty. I've said this before and I say it again. I don't see that they're gonna find him guilty. But in time, they're gonna lock him up. If once he wins this and get out of this situation, they're gonna get him down the road. They want that money. And they don't want to be like, they want to be like, just like Mounk. Tounk's destiny was going to happen real quick. They didn't even wait for the transcript. So I'm telling you right now, if they don't get what they want out of this situation, they look like they got egg on their face. Kai say they knew they didn't have anything on him. He is the bait, so they can get everyone around him for perjury of lying on the stand. Exactly. They want one individual to be like a crab, though, to come on that stand, and they thought they had it when they had Mounk. That was their ace in hole. If Woody didn't come through, Mounk, because what is your best advantage of having a person come on the stand and say, You know what? Jeffrey Williams offered me $10,000 to take out such and such. And you be done did something. And they can just put it on you. That's they didn't have the money to put out there, so they were offering the plea deals and the rearrange immunity. You know, Woody got full immunity. Woody could have came on the stand and said, I took out this person, and that person. I robbed that store and I did that. But that right there, or whatever. He could have said anything. Because they normally don't give that full immunity. But Woody knew that they can't give him immunity on federal charges now. Now, they said they did. They were telling him wrong. They were lying to him. So Woody was like, shh. But, Woody thinking, yeah, I'm free from all of this. You guys, it's just a matter of time. You're going to see. If they do not, like I said, anybody can change. Anybody can change. You guys know this. Guys say, they could still get Woody with perjury since immunity doesn't protect against that. Yeah, if he lied, if he got on the stand and lied. But that's why Woody was trying to sit there and say, I don't remember. I can't recall. But, Woody talked too much. Woody talked way too much. Woody should have just, I don't care how many times I said, I don't recall. That's what he should have did. None of this, nope, I don't recall. You said this. Well, I don't recall it. I don't recall saying it. Well, can I refresh your memory? You can refresh it all. I just said I didn't recall. Now that you're saying it, okay, maybe I did say it. I don't recall. He couldn't have got in no trouble. That would have been the best thing in the world. If no one is convicted, he is okay. But if anyone tied to him is convicted, then they got him dead to rights. What do you mean? If no one is convicted, he is okay. Okay. But if anyone tied to him is convicted, well, Kai, you know what? There's more to the story, She said to prove perjury. Sorry, can't type. You're good. There's more to the story that is not out. She said, I hate trials like that. When the witness be like, I don't recall, and then the lawyer asks him another question. Then the witness says, I don't recall. I don't like cases like that. Well, that sometimes it's your best options. Girl, you know what? Even if I did remember, I'll be like, I don't remember. Man, I'll be telling them I had got hit in the head or I had head surgery. And I just don't even remember. I have a problem with my memory. And in that way, especially, me, because I did have head injury, this gnat is getting on my dang nerves. But anyway, you could always say those things. See, Tina Powers, I think you be liking a little bit of that Russell and Tussle, that argument and stuff, and then people getting caught in their lies and stuff. Only thing Woody was gonna be doing is getting caught up in his lies. See, I don't like that they have to pressure the person to tell the truth when they're not telling the truth. So they will get caught in their lies. Kai says, I think one of their pleas said, let me put this up on the board real quick so I can see it. I think one of their pleas said they don't say I don't recall or I don't remember. So depending on the plea deal, that won't work either. They sent a message with that Mounk Tounk locked up. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Mounk Tounk Mook had the plea deal. Okay? His is totally different from Woody. Woody had the immunity. Meaning, it's just like you take a shot for the flu. That's that's so that, you know what? Yeah, even though that they give you a little bit of the flu, so even though that you're part of this equation, whatever you say, the immunity saying you won't get sick, just like you won't get the flu. You might catch a little bit of it, but you won't get the severity of it. So that's what the immunity is pretty much like, right? The immunity, she says, I know his was the immunity. Yeah. So Mounk took, so, and I love talking to people that follows this trial. I love it because they understand what happened. So I can see Kai Steffens knew what was going on here. So Mounk told his plea deal was he's already in jail. Reach out to his attorney. Miss Love reaches out to his attorney and says, "Oh, okay, he want to get out of jail. Well, here's the plea agreement." And you guys, I think we had it where, I don't know if we downloaded it or not. I would have to go back and look where Muktuk signed everything. If you guys want me to go find it, and we'll have a field day with this. That's why I'm keeping a lot of these, because I can go back and find them, and we can have a field day. We can have a real field day on his immunity. He was sitting in court. I seen it for myself because I go find it. He was sitting in court. He had his head down. He wouldn't look up. He just like, yes, yes. He's sitting there signing his name to this, signing his name to that, initialing that, and they read him everything in his preliminary, right? They read him everything. Guess what? After the preliminary, he went back to his cell, gathered up his stuff, walked out. Did you see the t-shirt? Yeah, I seen the t-shirt saying "No love" and "I'm not your child." Dissing Love before he got locked up. He said "No love." Do it says the whole thing, "No love" and "I'm not your child." Miss Love showed him something though, didn't she? Miss Love showed him something. I didn't know what the shirt said, but you know, I'm gonna tell you something. When people have your life in their hands, oh, I got that net. I hope that was the only one, because I bombed the whole entire house. They finally cut the field next door to me. It's on his website. Is he on YouTube or is he on TikTok? Because I never followed him. Kai Steffens got all the information. She said, I'm on it. She said, I'm on it. I'm cake 10. She said, a web page, I can get the address. It's okay. It's okay. Let me see. Let me see something. I can pull up some stuff real quick. Let me see what comes up. Images. Real quick. Yeah. Yeah, he's... And, you know, Woody actually is wearing one of his shirts. He's wearing one of Muktuk's shirts 5 days ago. Crazy. Keep calling me she. Oh, you a he? I'm sorry. I don't see no picture. Hold on. I can't see. You know I got glasses. Mr. Steffens. It's a mister. Keep calling me she. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, 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 sorry. Don't get mad, please. I can't see. Actually, I'm looking at the picture here. I didn't. I don't never look at pictures because they're so blurry to me. I even hate to tell you what I thought that was because I can't. I need to upgrade my glasses because my insurance is collapsed because I'm trying to get another job. But yeah, I just seen black and white and I thought it was a picture of a penguin. I'm sorry. Didn't know that. Said keep calling me she. So yeah, Mook, he showed his baby. Mook was taking pictures 5 days ago. Mook wanted to be, I think, kind of like Young Thug. I mean, not Young Thug, but Woody. But, he couldn't. He couldn't get it. So people want to know, is Mook loyal? He put his life. He did sign the paperwork at first, but I'ma tell you because Woody said what he said and Mook said what he said. That's why the state thought they had a case. And if those two, gang members, they so gang, they gang, shoot 'em up, bang bang, If they both wouldn't have said that, I know him, he did this, he did that, I was there, especially Woody, and I'm just being honest. Woody was like the ultimate. They needed him to come on there, tell his lies or tell the truth. They didn't care. Whatever he said, they wanted it to come out. They didn't care if he said whatever, because they knew Woody would have been scared and they was going to scare him into saying some stuff. That's how they got him in court. So Mr. Steffens, yeah. And Moke told, when he was in the stand, I know you guys don't remember, he took this picture and he kind of was like, he took this picture. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to take a picture of this picture. He was letting them know he thug for life. He was like, I got your back. And yeah, that picture right there. I want to keep that picture. Yeah. I'm going to keep that picture. That's a really nice picture. Oh, it didn't show up. It didn't pop up. Crazy. That's crazy. I took the picture and it didn't pop up. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Oh well. So, anyway, you guys, that's what life is all about. Making right decisions. You can get yourself in a bad situation with people, and next thing you know, you over there testifying. And like I said, I went through a situation the other night, and I ended up going, oh my God, I wish I would have just mind my own business. And nowadays, just minding your own business is a good thing to do. Like I said, Woody, I believe Woody's going to get locked up again. I believe Moto, yeah, I told you guys, I told you guys, I said, it's just a matter of time. It's going to be sometime in this month. Motok was going to be locked up. I told you guys that. Now I'm telling you that Young Thug, he will not go to jail. They're going to find him not guilty. He's already did 2 years. They're going to have to release him. He's going to get out. He's going to stay clean. But I guarantee you, it's going to be just like, and it's going to take time. Trust me, it's going to take time. They're going to come. They definitely gonna wiretap everything, everybody, and then they're gonna have they can come up with more new information, and because they're using everything that they got. They're using everything that they have. She said that if Miss Love don't get her way, Miss Love will be back to retaliate. She doesn't say it, but you could tell that's what kind of spirit Miss Love had. You can just tell. So that's why I say, without a doubt, and Miss Love may even be out the equation, but she's going to make sure that somebody put Young Thug in jail. And I don't know what she got the beef with, but I don't know. So Mr. Steffen says, I think anyone else who goes on the stand playing will go to jail. Exactly. They will. They will. But Mounk went to jail. So everybody's going to be... That's what you meant by they put that message out there? Yeah. Because they didn't even wait on the transcript. They just didn't. Anyway, you guys... I'm going to get off of here. Like I said, my whole analogy or my understanding, my thoughts on the whole situation is Woody would go back to jail. Young Thug is going to be set free, but in time, he's very young. So in time, he will be eventually, I hate to say it, but it's going to be just like, and this is what I'm saying. If you look at R. Kelly, O.J. Watson, Bill Cosby, Keith Sweat. Well, no, not Keith Sweat. Let me retract that. But all these people, you looking at P. Diddy, they make this big money in that industry, and there's no way, like, if you walk in the wrong rooms and people's taking pictures, if somebody comes to you and you buy that, you buy them drugs or whatever, or somebody's recording you. That's one thing about having big money and being a celebrity. Everybody's after you. Everybody's after your money. Everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody thinks what's best. They know what's best when they don't. So it's very easy to get entrapped. And so I believe with not having the education and not having a dream team behind you that is making sure you don't go here, you don't be in a room by yourself with this young lady. Just like Rich Homie Quan. You're around people that you trust. And that's what happens when you have money. There was a lot of people around Young Thug, and Young Thug don't have a lot of friends that's in that hierarchy. He's like, I'm one of you guys. Yeah, you are, but now you're at a different level. You cannot play with the same people because they got nothing to lose. They got everything to gain. You got everything to lose, nothing to gain. Yeah, they can help you, but they can only help you so much. When you making that kind of money, 6 figures, 7 figures, you have to leave those people behind. You have to help them at a distance with a long-handled spoon. I just believe that. And if you don't, it's kind of like now. Like even though that you may not make a 6 figure, you may just make an income. There's always going to be some people that's below you, and they will hurt you to get your car or to get your position at work. They call you up and you be like, why this girl calling me? And then all of a sudden she just stopped calling. Like, good. I'm glad she stopped calling, because ever since she's been in my life, there was a problem. I'm talking about somebody at work, you know? And now I don't talk to her. I seen her at work last night. She didn't say 2 words to me. I was like, hey. I said, hey. That's all we said was, hey. You know? I give you a paper to sign to write a statement. She didn't have a problem with it, but it almost a fight broke out, you know? But I don't care. I still got to do my job, you know? It's crazy. I can't talk to those people every day. They think they need to get special treatment. They want to know what's going on. Tell me because you know what's going on. So, you know, crazy. And then sometimes, if you tell them something and it don't happen, and they done went and told everybody, and they're wondering, because I told this girl, and I'm going to share this with you guys, and then we're going to leave. I told her that I was leaving the job. And then I go to work, and then they're like, oh, I hear we're losing you. And I'm wondering who told them that. It's only 2 people knew. A resident knew, and the worker friend knew. So I call her up, and she was like, oh, no, you shouldn't have told the resident. The resident told them this. The resident told them that. I don't know. I don't know if you said it or the resident said it. But what I decided to do is stay away from everybody. So now, all of a sudden, this girl would call me at least 5-6 times a day. Do you know after I told her that happened, guess what? She ain't called me ever since. She ain't called me ever since. Crazy, huh? Crazy. But I tell you what, they're waiting for me to put my 2 weeks notice in, and I haven't. I done worked 2 weeks, and she done asked me, so when's your last day? What you know? Girl, what you talking about? Oh. You know what I'm saying? No. No. Crazy. Yeah. That actually happened. This week. I was like, I just look at the calendar, and I'm just I'm just working. I go to work. I don't talk to my boss. I don't say, hey, because when it's time, right? I don't have to put out. You know how sometimes people be like, I'm finna go. I talk to you later. They gotta. I guess they have to announce that they're leaving. I just leave. When I'm done, I'm done. You know, I'm not coming back. So if I don't owe you anything, I don't owe you 2 weeks. If I don't feel like I owe you 2 weeks, I'm just done. So if that's what they're waiting on, I don't know I don't care. You know, I'm at an older age now. Now that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give me 2 weeks notice. I would like to, but I'm not required. You know, if I'm done, I'm done. You know, but right now, you know, I'm going to work every day, like whatever. You know, we'll see what happens. But I guarantee you, when I say it's happening, it's happening. I ain't gotta lie about it. She may thinking, oh, she's still working. She done said this way. She said this at the beginning of October. She said this at the beginning of October. I'm like, okay. You know? Oh. Ain't no way. When people ask you for the fine lines, let me say this, of whatever the information they want, they will literally come out and directly ask you. They have a hidden agenda. Okay? Remember that, family. Just believe what I'm saying. I'm giving you guys some hidden things to help you along the way. Trust and believe. They will help you. No, I'm serious. I'm telling you right now. They will help you. Just remember what I just said. Somebody come to you and say, what's your husband's name? Girl, that ain't none of your business. Or where do you live at? You give them vague answers like, oh, I live south. Then they gonna come and say, "How's Sal? Where's Sal? What street? This. They want to talk. They want to bring up stuff like that, right? You go, no, 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 no. That's off limits. You just tell them where I live ain't got nothing. Why do you need to know, girl? I am that. No, don't get chatter. A friend of mine's sent me, and y'all know who it is. I'm gonna share it with you guys real quick. Every day, I got a friend. Freddie. Every day she sends me. Every day she don't miss a day. She sends me a message about the Lord, something. Every day. This is what she sent me at 6:03 this morning. 2 Timothy 2:16. Avoid godless chatter, because those who indulge in it will become more and more ungodly. Love you all. Out of every day she sends me something, I normally don't look because it's just overwhelming that I get it every day. I be like, oh my God, like every day. But she loves me enough to send it every day. Send me something every day. Yesterday, she said 1 Timothy 6:15. God, the blessed and only ruler, the King of kings and Lord of lords. 16, who alone is immortal and who lives in unapproachable light, whom no one has seen or can see. To him be honor and might forever. But this one right here that she sent me this morning is the one that, guess what? She made thinking, oh, I send these out every day. She's been doing it for 2-3 years straight. Like every day she gets up, give God the glory, and she sent a message to everybody. And I thought, man, is that what God told you to do? I guess that's her calling. And today, she sent this, and I literally looked, and it says 2 Timothy 2:16, avoid godless chatter, because those who indulge in it will become more and more ungodly. Okay? And I don't know how many times I read the Bible. I can't tell you I seen that. I understand it. I didn't need to see that actual message. But, you know, God does tell us to live a quiet life. You know? So, you know, and we're not supposed to gossip and things of that nature. And I told the girl, I actually told her, you're right there as gossiping. And maybe she got angry with me when I told her that. Like, I don't want to talk about, you know, this, that, and the other. Matter of fact, one day she even asked me, she said something, because my husband heard something or something. She said, is your husband, she asked me, was my husband white? And I said, no. Why would you say that? Why would you think that? And what does it matter? And she was like, oh, something, you know. She was wanting to know names. She didn't ask for names, but she wanted to get on that conversation. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, people are tricky, very, very tricky. They would get on that conversation when there should not be no conversation, especially about your kids, unless you want to reveal that, or your husband, or your dog, or your job, or where you work. When she asked, well, yeah, I worked there at that place. You said it was 10 minutes away from your home. I said, yeah, I did. She said, well, then that's such and such. I said, no, it's not. She like, well, I don't really care. Yeah, you do care because you're trying to figure it out. I didn't say nothing of that. Like, you got to be very careful. So anyway, I'm glad that, I don't talk to her no more. She was in and out really quick. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Like I said, I wanted to share that stuff with you guys, and I will see you guys. We got to make up a lot of time, so I'll see you guys tomorrow sometime. All right, be good, be great, and be nice to each other. Bye.